Hero Hunt Cup Series brought to you by JMR Outdoors. Tonight we are at beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and hopefully we don't see what we saw again today, which was carpet rain yet again. Even though I didn't watch the race, I unfortunately had to see that he won again, but different story, seeing how the 4-car here, I don't know if this is potent, we would see Harvick driving, but we do have, I'm very impressed looking at the field here, we have 29 drivers who are willing to take it on this track here for 133 laps. That's a lot. We know that the tires are going to be the biggest issue, seeing how the car goes through a transition from tight to loose, and I think we're going to see probably the biggest is patience at the beginning, and then we're going to see that second groove coming into play here. Joining me as always in the booth, we have Cody Franklin and Mike Major. How you guys doing tonight?
What's going on, Art? It's great to be back here at Las Vegas. A lot of good drivers out there tonight, and hopefully they put on a good show for us.
I don't think we have to really worry about that. These guys never cease to amaze us. It doesn't matter whether we're running the K9 car, the truck, the Xfinity, or now with the Cup cars. I think they've got pretty much everything under wraps. I'm looking at practice laps up in here. Now, a lot of these guys we're seeing here also ran the earlier race with the Camping World trucks, so we've got a lot of different variances in the lap times here. We do have some with over 140 laps. We got the 21 Jason DeVries with 141. 140 for the 28 of Adam Nowinski. 107 for the 62 of Joe Phillips. So we take a look at the 68 there, James Brown rocking that Red Bull paint scheme. It's kind of hard to miss that one, just like it's hard to miss his Camping World truck paint scheme as well. We also see there the one of Kevin Burris. As we hit the 1 minute mark here in practice, we'll advance into qualifying, which that'll be 10 minutes of qualifying. As we see there, the 7 car getting loose. That is Paul Williams, the pegs the inside wall there. So we take a look here at the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer. And right behind him, the 76 there of Josh Jones, rocking the series sponsor paint scheme there, the JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Chevy Gen 6, soon to be, once they get the car scanned and put into the system here, it'll soon to be the ZL1 Camaro. But looking at the fastest time on the board, that's going to go to the 87 of Sean Bradley with a 28.629 as we are here in the final 10 seconds of practice. So that 28, we're seeing a lot of 28 times here. Clear through to 24th place. Now Vegas is semi-draft dependent. You can get a really good run here with these cars using just the draft. And as the session advances, now we're going to move over into qualifying. Now once again, these guys do have 10 minutes to go out and set the pole. Get a look there, the 99 of Eric Mickey as he makes his way out on the track. 75 of Robert Ferris. See that low line and the middle group. Oh, as we see Robert get a piece of the wall there, he has to lock it down. See there the 62 of Joe Phillips. Appears his connection might be a little unstable as he's blinking in and out here. Hopefully that'll stabilize it out by the time we get going underway here. take a look there at the 92 of Christopher Gale. Now the 87 of Sean Bradley rocking that Duff mirror paint scheme. And as the times start coming in, the 99 of Eric Mickey right now with a 28.549, followed by the 4 of Caleb Thompson. Just took second spot there with a 28.576. Now he just got knocked out by the 97 of Ryan Nolan with a 28.572. Brian Den in the 4th position currently with a 28.587. The 87 of Sean Bradley is now going to be scored in the 5th spot with a 28.614. 16 of Elliott Butler currently 6th with a 28.636, followed by the 22 of Joshua Stewart with a 28.717. Then we have the 76 of Joshua Jones right now being scored in 8th with a 28.744. Rodney Kramer in the 6th, 9th with a 28.773. And once again, we're seeing a 777 time. Running in the top 10, the 75 of Robert Barris with a 28.777. We get a look there at the 95 of Caleb Finn. Really like that paint scheme there. It's the old Bill Elliott one. As we take now a look at the 13 of Brad Nupsel. I like Brad's paint scheme. He's running that unique Caterpillar paint scheme. We see the 23 of Corey Brown making his way out on track here in that Ghostbusters Chevy SS.
All right, I was just looking at the time. He was 207 miles an hour getting into that turn.
Time or speed?
Speed.
We see there the 21 of Jason DeVries right there as he makes his way off of turn 4. See what Jason can do here. And no surprise, Jason goes straight to the top of the board with a 28.546. Right now, Corey, who we're looking at right now, making his way down the backstretch. He's currently sitting in 8th with a 28.652. We get a look there at the 7 of Paul Williams, see if he can advance any further up. Good exit off of turn 2 that time. I don't know about you guys, but can you guys feel the broadcast booth rumbling? These cars are really, really loud tonight.
Yeah, Art, I had to go back and get me some extra earplugs, turn them down a little bit so I could hear you.
Usually, I think they need to change the windows out. It is really, really loud here. So we've seen a couple of, oh, that was a hard hit to the non-safer barrier there. That was actually very reminiscent of Jeff Gordon's hit that he took here at Las Vegas.
I hope he's got a good backup car. He is going to need one.
More importantly, I hope his Hans device was on.
That's a crazy looking paint scheme there on the 50 machine.
That it is. Alright, well these guys do have 10 minutes to go ahead and get the qualifying underway. We're going to go ahead and get the U.S. Army Marching Band out here to give us tonight's national anthem, and hopefully by then we'll be close to wrapping up qualifying here, getting these guys set on the grid and giving you guys the run-through of the field tonight. great job, as always, there by the U.S. Army Marching Band. So we see that the 7 of Paul Williams rocking the Brad Keselowski Miller Lite paint scheme there on that Chevy SS. We're just waiting for the session here to advance so we can go ahead and bring the gridding order up. And there we go. We had a little issue with trading paints going on here, so we got it fixed now. I know we spoke of it last night in the broadcast when we were covering the duels at Daytona, but the upcoming build with iRacing, finally, for us on the broadcast side, we're actually going to be able to see the RPM gauge, the water temps, the oil temps, all the gauges will be fully functional when we are riding on board with these guys, which ever since the beginning of time, they've always stayed nothing. But we finally see that the session has advanced, which is going to bring us into tonight's starting lineup. On pole, the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 28.546. Starting to his outside will be the 99 of Eric Mickey. Rolling off third tonight will be the 97 of Ryan Nolan. Caleb Thompson in the 4 will start from the 4th position. 5th goes to the 20 of Brian Den. Sean Bradley in the 87 will roll off 6th. The 7 of Paul Williams starts, ironically, also in the 7th position. The 16 of Elliott Butler will roll off from 8th. Corey Brown in the 23 machine will start 9th. Joshua Stewart in the 22 will round out our top 10. Joshua Jones will start 11th in that 76 machine. The 6 of Rodney Kramer will roll off 12th. 75 of Robert Barris will start from the 13th position. The 24 of Josue Talis will be starting in 14th spot in the 24 machine. Joe Phillips in the 62 will roll off 15th. Robert Jones in the 33 will start from the 16th position. Nolan Neiman in the 15 will roll off 17th. Brad Nupsel in the 13 will start from the 18th spot. Jeremy Evans in the 11 will roll off 19th. Adam Nowinski in that 28 Tide machine will round out the top 20. The 77 of Seth Schultz will start from the 21st position tonight. 95 of Caleb Finn will roll off 22nd. Josh Gallagher in the 96 will start from 23rd. The 50 of Jeffrey Meyer, 24th. The 92 of Christopher Gaither will start from the 25th position. The 56 of Christian DeBoer will roll off 26th. John Brill in the 71 starts in the 27th position. James Brown in the 68 will roll off 8th. 29th goes to the 1 of Kevin Burris. Rusty Farrell 30th. And that will round out the field as we get ready here. The pace car is on its way, which means we are less than a lap from taking this live. As always, the initial start here is on green. The starts after that are on the leader. There are no quick repairs, full fuel load, 133 laps to go here tonight. Let's see if Jason can be as dominant as he was at Atlanta here at Las Vegas tonight. As the iRacing pace car makes its way into turn 3. Hopefully, one thing that we'll see is they'll maybe move his seat position up a little bit higher, because it does look a little weird seeing how low that he sits in the pace car. But nonetheless, as he makes his way out of turn 4, he's going to duck down pit road, and the 21 of Jason DeVries is going to lead us off to the start of this race here.
Green now, green.
Green flag is out. We are underway here with the Diehard Racing's American Hero Cup Series.
Art, it looks like we're off to a clean start here. Everybody's kind of minding their manners. We had a little 3-wide action there at the very beginning, but it all sorted itself out.
Oh, as we see the 24 of Josue Tells there, he gets a little piece of the wall as we are still watching this from the crank it up point of view. That was an interesting camera angle to capture it right as he came off the wall, just a little bit too high, as we see right there the 21 of Jason DeVries as he is able to keep control of both lanes through the trial. Well, now we do know that the longer the run goes on, the harder it's going to be to maintain these tires. The cars, if this goes anything like the truck race that we did earlier, and anything like the official races, we know that the cars are tight at the start of the race, and then as the tires start to fall off, the car gets looser and looser and looser progressively. And just like last week, where we saw the tri-oval at Atlanta, or the quad oval at Atlanta, being a tricky spot, the tri-oval here at Vegas is going to be the same thing. Meanwhile, as we go back to the most exciting here, it's going to focus back here for the battle for 7th right there. That is the 22 of Joshua Stewart as he's trying to make his way up there to the 87 of Sean Bradley. Behind him, the 95 of Caleb Finn.
Yeah, right here in the beginning, there's going to be, I think, a little more dicing it up. But once those tires get a little worn and that car starts to free up a little bit, I think we'll start seeing them space out a little.
I think the smart move to do is, while you have the tires, get the track position and hope that the other person isn't in conservation mode. Because I know, and you know, that this league has a habit of going long green flag runs, and we've seen several races where they have gone green flag from start to finish. So you have to wonder if some of these guys aren't playing it conservative off the start to see if they can kind of stretch it out and make it either a 1 or a 2-stop race, versus some of these guys that are out there absolutely hammering on those right sides right now. They're going to have to make it at least a 2 to 3-stop race. But I know track position is going to be key, is where the tires are. So I think we're going to see a couple different driving styles here.
Yeah, Art, I tell you, the car I'd be watching for saving is the Ford Keller Thompson. He saves about every race, and he's been with us a while, so he knows how it goes on. And I think he's the new admin in this race. He's moved himself up to third, and I can guarantee you he is not pushing that car near as hard as he can push it right now.
I almost didn't even recognize Caleb as he's rocking a different paint scheme tonight.
Yeah, that's the Rising paint scheme. It looks good.
I'm always used to seeing him in orange. Every car he's ever driven was orange, so it's weird to see him in a predominantly all black car. And we have a caution
out there.
Looks like that's going to be the 6 of Rodney Kramer and the 23 of Corey Brown, so let's go ahead and see what happened. Right along here, we're going to take a look and see what happened here. You can see the 6 of Rodney Kramer there. He is on the outside. The 23 of Corey Brown on the inside. Oh, we see Rodney get the wall hard there. He clips the side of the 23, and then we see the 77 of Seth Schultz trying to get out of the way. He makes additional contact with 6, so we're actually going to back that up a little bit, and we're going to look at the as we back it up here, we're going to look here at the 77, see what happened. We're going to go on board. See the 6 there, clip the 23, Seth locks it down a little bit, can't see through the smoke, and unfortunately center punches and then hits that inside wall. We're also going to go to Brian Den here, and we're going to back it up a little bit and see what happened from his point of view. He wasn't involved in it, but we're going to go ahead and take a look and see through his windshield as right in front of him it's going to unfold. I purposely backed this one up a couple laps. See right in front here of the 20 of Brian Denton, we have Corey Brown there in that red and white car. Directly in front of him, the 6 of Rodney Kramer. Watch the 6 to hit the wall and then come right into the right rear quarter of the 23. Alright, here we go. We see the 6 high. Here's where Rodney's going to hit the wall. There's the contact. You hear him lift off the throttle and right back onto it. Great job of wreck avoidance there by the 20 of Brian Den.
Art, did you notice how loose that car got just by lifting and getting back on the throttle right there?
Yeah, I did. That was very indicative of what we've seen a lot. As now we see the lights are out on the Mustang pace car as it's making its way out of turn 2 here. So the field is doubled back up. Paul Williams in the 7 is going to restart from the first position. The 99 of Eric making to his outside. The 75 of Robert Barris 3rd. Jason DeVries in the 21 4th. Caleb Thompson 5th. Elliott Butler 6th. Joshua Stewart 7th. Ryan Nolan 8th. Brian Dan 9th. And Sean Bradley is going to round up the top 10.
It's good to see Robert up there in the 3rd spot. He started 13th today.
And as always, as the pace car is making its way through turn 4, we're going to go ahead and get down there into the crank it up camera. So grab that volume and turn it all the way up. Just ride on board here. We're going to get the signal. Green flag is out. We're back underway, so let's crank it up. right there's the difference of old versus new tires. We saw the 7 of Paul Williams restart with the lead. He has already dropped back to 4th, and he's going to continue to drop back as we are only 13 laps into this. This is how crucial it is on tires, as they are 3 wide. See the 7 high up into the wall there, a little piece of it there through 3 and 4. Oh, the 87 and 7 going around. Oh, collecting the 24 of Hostway tells us we got another one through the grass as well. So we're going to be right back under caution here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's another loose off the wall. We're going to go to the 87 there of Sean Bradley and watch from his point of view. See there the 7 getting a piece of the wall. Watch the 87 down there on the inside line. He gets a little bit of the apron, which is enough to upset the car. Gets into the 7. Makes a little bit of contact there with the 24 of Hostway Tellez. We saw a car go through the infield there at full speed. So we see the 87 has to wait for the field to go around as he is able to do it. But everybody coming down pit road once again. Meanwhile, as we go up to the lead, the 99 of Eric Mickey will be our leader. Now, I think this is a smart call by a lot of the drivers, seeing how they had literally only put a couple pace laps and maybe 1 to 2 race laps on. I don't think we made maybe a couple laps, if not just 1 there before the contact there. We might have made 2, but still. I think this track is going to be a little bit tricky, especially on old tires for a restart and possibly also even fresh tires, as we saw there with the 87 clipping the apron. And unfortunately, that was kind of the worst of both circumstances. The 7 had made contact with the outside wall and was trying to make his way back down the track at the same time the 87 clipping the apron and getting shoved up the track. That was just being in the wrong place at exactly the right time. See the 24 of Hostway tells he's going to make his way down pit road and see if there's any repairs that need to be done to that 24 Exalta machine. While we are under caution here, I guess we will ride along with our race leader in cockpit. I'll be so glad when I can finally see these gauges and read the oil temp, the water temperature, the RPM, the fuel pressure, all that stuff. I cannot wait for that to come out in the build.
Yeah, that's going to be really nice. It's something that's always kind of drove me nuts. We should be able to see that, especially when you're spectating and broadcasting.
I think all of us, as a broadcasting standpoint, that do this week in and week out, that's the one thing that has really been the #1 pet peeve, is not having the actual telemetry from the cars riding on board with them. But finally, we saw the animated pit crews. Now we're going to see the functional gauges, and then hopefully before long we'll see the day to night transition come into play here too, as we're also going to be seeing the on the roadside the LMP1s, and as I said earlier, the ZL1 Camaro.
Pace slot should go off here, Art, and we should get this thing back underway. Hopefully we've got all our jitters out, and we can make it a good long green flag run here.
Well, you are exactly right, my friend. The lights on the iRacing pace car are out, so we are going to get this thing ready to fire off again. The 99 of Eric Mickey will be restarting with the lead. The 75 of Robert Bear second. Jason DeVries will start from the third position here. Caleb Thompson still in fourth. Then we have Elliott Butler, Joshua Stewart, Ryan Nolan, Brian Den, Adam Linsky, and Nolan Neiman rounding out the top 10. And I think this time it's going to be a little bit more safer. If we do not go to the crank it up camera this time, I think we're going to stay dedicated on the Fox cam here in case something happens again.
Art, something else to take note, I think Robert is still on old tires, and I mean on his original tires. We'll have to watch for a little wheel spin here. I think that's what caused a little bit of a jam up with the 7 while ago.
Well, that could be a very real possibility. As we saw last week, it was a little bit dangerous on the restarts. Well, I wouldn't say a little, it was very dangerous on the restarts. A lot of drivers were taking it in 3rd gear at Atlanta. It was so loose. We'll see how these drivers can do it tonight here at Las Vegas, if they can manage the wheel spin or if we're going to see it. So as we wait, green flag is back out. We're back underway here, lap 18.
Good clean start this time around.
I think these guys might have learned now on the restart to actually kind of just calm down a little bit and wait for the tires to come in, or if you're on old tires, just to be a little bit more mindful of them. But let's see if these guys can stretch it out for about a 30-40 lap run. That way they have to come in and get some tires under green flag conditions.
Seeing the 22 there of Joshua Stewart take a peek underneath the 4 of Caleb Thompson.
And I think right now we're starting to see the field. It's going to go pretty much single file here, except for maybe a few drivers. Like right now we have the 16 of Elliott Butler. He's trying to work over the back end of the 22 of Joshua Stewart. That is for 5th position.
As the 4 of Caleb Thompson's taking a peek under the 75 of Robert Barris right now.
Meanwhile, right now, Eric Mickey has a 0.3 second gap over the 21 of Jason DeVries. Right now we see the 22 of Joshua Stewart making a power move to 3 and 4 to the inside of Caleb Thompson. Let's see if he can stick it as they come through the tri-oval.
Yeah, I believe Joshua Stewart got a little help from Elliott Butler there, giving him a good shove.
As of right now, he still does have the advantage in the corner, but it seems like at every mile-and-a-half track that we go to, that outside line gets so much better of a run off that you're using your tires up a lot more on the inside groove. So right now that 22, knowing that he's on fresh tires, he's cleared the 4. See if he can maintain it and be able to actually get back up into the race groove, as right now there are other drivers as well. As this time he's going to dive it all the way down to the apron as we see him get a little loose coming back up to the racing surface there.
And the 6 Elliott Butler collects 4 of Caleb Thompson. No caution.
Oh, we're going to have to take a look at the 4 there, see how bad the damage is there. We're going to take a look here at the right front. You can see, oh wow, you can see the heavy damage there on the right front. I'm going to take a look at the right rear as well. Oh, that 4 machine is absolutely tore up. That is sad to see. Wow, he hit that wall so hard you can see the brace bars and the gussets sticking out there on that right rear of the 4 machine, as he has now dropped back to the 18th position after that.
Yeah, I don't really know what was going on there. I don't know if the 16 Elliott Butler was overdriving a little bit, or if he was worried that the 22 was going to spin out in front of him, but he just did not turn in.
Oh, contact between the 1 of Kevin Burris and the 11. Burris had to lock it down there in the middle of the backstretch, which forces the 20 of Brian Den down on the apron. So we've got a lot of overdriving going on right now. Definitely there by the 1 of Kevin Burris. That was a little too early to be making that kind of a move there, as there was contact between him and the 11 of Jeremy Evans. So they were able to gather it up, but that once again that did force the 20 of Brian Den down onto the apron on the backstretch. So we see the 24 of Josue Teles there. He got a piece of the wall again coming off of turn 2. As you see a little bit of blinking there from the one. Right now we're looking at the 24 of Josue Tellez currently in P17. Oh, we got another spin. The 87 of Sean Bradley gets turned by, excuse me, the 13 gets turned by the 87 of Sean Bradley there out of turn 4. No caution will come out of that, but that is going to be detrimental to the 13 of Brad Nupsel. Now that right there kind of looked to me a lot like kind of what Kevin Harvick said years ago. When you put the nose down there and you get into that quarter panel, that's the equivalent of hockey, of taking your gloves off and throwing them on the ground. That's fight time right there, and I don't expect the if the 13 comes back out. I know we have a rule against retaliation, but I don't expect the 13 to forget that anytime soon.
Yeah, all right, that was a bad bump, bad decision there. As we see the 95, Caleb Finn grazing the wall there in the Donald's machine.
Right now, it looks like, oh, we see the 77 there, Seth Schultz missing the whole front bumper, but right now, those two cars behind him, that is the battle for the lead between the 99 of Eric Mickey and the 21 of Jason DeVries. I think Jason was in conservation mode, which we all know he's a master of doing that, and now he's going to start putting the pressure to the 99 to see exactly how the 99 can handle some pressure here. Now Jason races in VR with an AccuForce.
Look at the run he gets off in that middle groove. How much faster?
New leader. The 99 just moved out of the way, and that'll open the door up and hand the lead over to the 21 of Jason DeVries.
As we got the 76 of Josh Jones.
Oh, wreck on the backstretch. The 95 and the 71 goes around. No caution yet. 71 and the 95 both tore up pretty heavily there. Meanwhile, as we go back, we are looking at the 7 there of Paul Williams, and now oh, we got another wreck going on. The 23, the 33, and the 4. Yet again, no caution, but all those cars are absolutely tore up, as the field is definitely going to start dwindling down.
Folks, I promise cautions are on.
Yeah, iRacing is supposed to be taking care of these. We can see the heavy damage on all 3 of those machines. That makes 5 cars in 2 laps in almost the same spot. Right now we're looking at the 11 of Jeremy Evans, who had contact with the 1 of Kevin Burris earlier. He is currently sitting in 11th. Behind him, the 24 of Josue Tellez. He has made his way back up to P12. Now, with those 5 cars making contact with the wall and the cautions not coming out, we are working lap 34 here. We've had 2 cautions already early on. I don't know why. Well, obviously because even though there were multiple cars involved, they all kept it down off the racing surfaces. They went down to the inside. That right there will deem it from iRacing's point of view that it is not a caution, because they did not slide back up onto the racing surface. But that right there, I probably would have thrown an admin caution to have 5 cars in 2 laps.
Yeah, and if you noticed, every one of these wrecks so far have been caused.
Oh, hold on. Right there, we just had the one-up Kevin Burst, a little retaliation for the contact earlier between him and the 11. Coming out of 4, he just comes up and drives into the side of the 11, puts him in the wall there. That right there is not tolerated here on Diehard Racing League, and he will receive a penalty undoubtedly for that one, as he just drove straight into the side of the 11.
Yeah, he turned right.
Yeah, this is drive fast, turn left, Kevin, not drive fast and turn right into another car. So hopefully the iRacing stewards here in the race control tower will issue a penalty to the one car for intentional payback. That could have been a lot more dangerous than it was.
All right, I went back looking at it a few times and I couldn't tell that he was loose. And I don't know. I'm not to say.
That right there, I'll be the one to stick my head out on it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care either way. That looked almost like exactly what we saw Matt Kenseth do to Joey Logano at Martinsville, except he didn't seal the deal. He just went up and gave him a good door slam right into the wall. As we got another car down the apron, spun out. I believe that is the 5.
This is very uncharacteristic of this league. I don't know if it's the track, car, or jitters, or what's going on tonight.
I think he just nailed it. It's everything. So we have one retiree, the 13 of Brad Nussbull. He has taken that car behind the wall. They're loading it on the hauler, and they will be back at Phoenix.
Caution's out.
And
Caution's
we
out.
have another caution here, the 15 and the 87 on the backstretch. So finally, caution flies here, but not after several torn up cars. That'll be the 15 of Nolan Neiman and the 87 of Sean Bradley.
Yeah, Art, even though there's only 2 involved in this one, there's a lot of tore up cars between now and the last caution.
It's a shame that iRacing did not bring out the cautions on that a little bit sooner, but that would have really helped some of the drivers. But unfortunately, it took another incident happening as we watch here. I think these guys are just having a tough time. See the 15 get the wall there, gets a piece of the 24, which turns them back up the track into the 87. And I'm not like Larry Mack, an expert, but did you notice that when the 15 got turned, did you see any brake input? Because I didn't. I just saw the wheels keep spinning and spinning. It's almost like the 15 just didn't even bother to lock it down.
I could have swore that I saw those rear tires pegged. It didn't look like there was any lockdown.
So right now we see the first car out there on the field. That is the 33. No front clip, no rear panel. He's going to stay out to get a lap back.
I tell you who caught a great break here, Robert Burris. He was running 4th, and he was falling back. He was in 4th position. He was falling back there. He was on older tires, and I think he's gonna come out 2nd here, Art.
I'm looking through the field here. There is a ton of damaged race cars in this field right now. And like you said earlier, this is not what we typically see here at Diehard Racing. I think it's just a combination of the track being the way it is, tires not cooperating, and I think a lot of it comes down to patience. I mean, we're just seeing people trying to make moves. They shouldn't be making this early on into a run, as we are under caution for the 3rd time, but it technically should be at least the 5th time for as many cars as we've seen come off of turn 2 and end up on that inside wall. I think the track crew here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway is definitely gonna earn their pay this week, because they're gonna have to go down and repaint the entire inside backstretch walls. We've seen several cars, as well as the outside too, go down there and make contact. Safer barrier, that's not gonna damage your car as much, but if you look on the backstretch, the inside wall does not have the safer barrier, and it also has that open gusset right there, which we saw in practice a couple cars get loose from the safer barrier and make a head first trip into it. So I think these guys really need to just chill out, focus a little bit, and just slow the pace of the race down a little bit. That way we stop seeing cars getting turned around. Everybody just race with a clear head. But we're going to see the 33 and the 11 here stay out to get the free pass. As right now, our current race leader is the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer, the 68 of James Brown in second right now. Jason DeVries in the 21 third. As we see, James Brown is going to make it down pit road, so that will put the 21 of DeVries up to second. I think one thing we need to note here, the 50 is on old tires. The rest of the field is on fresh Goodyear rubber. This might be another potential storm brewing here. 27 laps on those tires. That's a lot of tread wear wore off of those Goodyear Eagles, and now he's got the entire field behind him. We saw what happened with the 7 of Paul Williams. He got in the outside wall there. Hopefully we don't see the same with the 50 here, but
I don't see how this can be any good at all.
Well, we're going to find out here as the pace car is getting ready to make its way down pit road. The 50 of Jeffrey Meyer on old tires is going to lead us to the restart here. He's got the 21 of Jason DeVries at the outside. Let's see how this plays out. I got my fingers crossed.
You and me both.
Go, come on.
So we see he's going to drop to the apron. Smart move there. That's a very smart move there by the 50, letting the field go. He realized that he was on old tires and that he would have got eaten alive. So therefore, I think smart move of the race is going to go to the 50 machine, as the entire field will go by him there. That will allow the 21 of Jason DeVries to inherit the lead here, as now we are looking at the battle for fifth between the 99 of Eric Mickey and the 28 of Adam Nowinski. So we see the 76 there of Joshua Jones currently being scored in 7th position in that JMR Outdoors Chevy SS.
We've got a little battle here, Art, for third with Eric Mickey and Joshua Stewart. Eric Mickey's looking on the middle lane here. He's got a good run off of 2.
Well, we've seen time and time again that outside line does get the way better run off the corner. That inside line is pretty much cancer for the tires. If you go down there too low and carry too much speed, you're going to scrub those right sides right off the race car. And now we see the 75 holding his position right now, currently in second.
See a nice run off of 4 there with Ryan Nolan taking a look underneath the 22 of Joshua Stewart. He's going to take that position. And now Adam Nowinski is going to try to follow Mr. Nolan in there.
And you gotta wonder if that's part strategy or part safety here, as we've seen numerous cars already peel off the track in pairs, and the last one we saw bringing out the caution, as we see the cars tend to get a little bit pushy here in the dirty air, especially when they come off the corner from the middle groove. They have a bad tendency of pushing right towards the wall, especially if you're getting dirty air dumped on you. Right here, this track, clean air is king. So right now, I think 21 of DeVries, he's in perfect position as he's got nothing but clean air, as does the 75 of Robert Barris, as he's able to dump some dirty air on the 99 of Eric Mickey. But right now, Mickey's also taking advantage of that outside line there too to open up some clean air and try and get that nose pointed in the right direction. As he's going to try and battle around the outside here of the 75 of Robert Barris this time. As they come to turn 2, he's going to take it. So that's a swap there for second position. As right now we are still looking at the 97 of Ryan Nolan, as he's going to try and get himself up to the back bumper there of the 75 and see if he can take a stab at getting third from him.
It looks like he's got a good run on him here, going into 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 1 and 2.
We see now the 97 looked like he was going to make a break down there, but he decided to go back up. Looking at the cars currently right now, not on the track, we have the 15 of Nolan Neiman, the 87 of Sean Bradley, the 13 of Brad Nussbaum, and the 23 of Corey Brown. So we still do have 26 cars on the track.
All right, as we was going through that, I seen Eric Mickey take a challenge at DeVries and get that lead spot.
But that will force us to bring up a summary now. We've got 52 laps in the books. We've had 9 lead changes, 3 cautions for 11 laps. Our current race leader is right there, the 99 of Eric Mickey. Let's take a look at the temperature here. If we look at things, the track temp is only 75 degrees, so I don't know what's causing it. The air temp's only 64, and we only have 11 degrees. So you know we're out in the desert, so the humidity is practically almost nothing. So weather should not be playing a factor. This is a cool track, cool air temperatures. The cars should be excelling in this, but yet we're seeing very, very loose conditions.
Yeah, Art, I've been riding along with our JMR Outdoors car and Joshua Jones. I can listen to him. He pedals that thing just a little bit, and he's letting that motor kind of sink down, way down in the RPMs in 3 and 4, trying to keep them tires spinning, because I've noticed every now and then when he tries to hold it, he just breaks those tires that's coming off forward.
And that's something that we're going to see just get worse as the run goes on. As once again, we have a battle for the lead. The 21 of Jason DeVries able to take it away on the backstretch. So hand the lead back over to that 21 Texaco Havoline Ford Fusion. As we go to iRacing's most hated camera, the focus on crash cams. Let's see, hopefully it doesn't show anything other than cars maintaining race pace here. I think everybody's gotten pretty well sorted out now, except for about the front 5 or 6, so we should be pretty good now.
Art, as I'm watching this pack, I'm watching that 75 of Robert Barris. He is another driver that can really save his equipment, and I'm just wondering how hard is he actually running to keep it in that 3rd spot? Is he saving anything for the leader, DeVries?
I don't know, but we see the 22 there. He got right up to the rear bumper of the 97 right there through 3 and 4. Now he's going to take a look to the inside as they go through 1 and 2. We know that inside on old tires is not going to pay off. He did have the run. Oh, as we got the 92
Caution's out.
and a wreck on the
Caution's
back.
out.
25 of Rusty Farrell goes
25
around.
Rusty Farrell going around.
Not quite sure how the 92 was down there already, but the 25 of Rusty Farrell did bring the caution out there, so we're going to go ahead and take a look from both positions. We're going to look at the 92 first, and then we'll look at the 25. We're going to take a look at the first thing that bled in. This is not what brought the caution out, but I was curious to see what happened to the 92 machine. Looks like he might just, does he get tight coming up the corner? Yeah, he does. He just smacks that wall, tries to correct it, and tank slaps it right hard into the inside wall. And then directly after that, we have the 25 of Rusty Farrell. We're going to go to him as well, see if we can get a 2 for 1 as we see right there. We're going to back that up just a little bit and see what happened on that one. We see the one of Kevin Burris behind him. Saw him blink there in the corner. It looks like the one was just a little over aggressive right there. I mean, Rusty had the high groove there, and we saw the one just kind of looks like he didn't lift. Looking at the race off of pit road, once again we see the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer as we get things to update here. When they come across to the line, it should cycle out as he's going to bring that 50 down pit road. So that will bring the lead over to 68 of James Brown. You see the 6 of Rodney Kramer there. He's opting to stay out for the wave around. So as we hope to see the lights on that Mustang pace car go out here, we see the 6 and 68 come down pit road. So that, I believe, will hand the race lead over to the 75 of Robert Barris. As the lights on the pace car are out, we're going to double the field back up. The 75 of Robert Barris will be our race leader here on the restart. He's got the 99 of Eric Mickey to his outside, Joshua Stewart in third, Ryan Nolan fourth, Adam Winsky fifth, Jason DeVries sixth, Brian Den seventh. Good to see him rebound after that incident there on the backstretch. 16 of Elliott Butler, the 76 of Joshua Jones, and Josh Gallagher will round out the top 10.
Yeah, Art, I don't know what happened. I checked with Tyler, but Jason fell back quite a bit there. Went from first to sixth.
I think what we might have seen is he just might have had a bad pit stop. Might have just got in there a little bit sideways, or sometimes, hell, you know, like I've seen it. Sometimes you just get a bad pit time. You go in there 4 times and you get 11.5, 12.2. Sometimes you get a 15.5 or a 16 something. As the pace car gets ready to drop off, it's going to make the sharp dive down pit road. The 75 Robert Bear is going to lead us into the restart. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Lap 63 here with Diehard Racing, the league's American Hero Hunt Cup Series.
Everybody get back on that loud pedal, Art. And Jason already making moves. He's
I was just about to say that.
And dropped down. He is pushing the 97.
I was just about to say that. The car to look already on the move, the 21, as now he's challenging to the inside. He's already got 1 spot. Now he's going to try here through the trial. We'll see if he can get the upper hand on the 97 of Ryan Nolan. Right now, Robert Barris comfortably with a 3-car gap between him and the 21.
That middle groove is just so quick off.
So you see Jason still working over the 97. He's almost got him cleared as they were inches apart there coming out of 3 and 4. Still not able to seal the deal yet.
He's got a little run here. Oh.
And he has to back off as he drift up a little bit. He's going to have to duck in back behind the 97. Got down there, and he stayed on that low side a little too long, and he might have got those right sides a little bit angry. So we saw he's fallen off the back of the 97 just a little bit.
As we look up front, the 99 is challenging the 75 of Robert Barris. He's got the outside.
We all know here at Vegas that outside line is the preferred groove, as we see the speed that Eric can keep through the corner versus Robert, as we're going to see the lead exchange here on the backstretch. Hand it over to the 99 of Eric Mickey again, as we've got another lead change here.
That is a strong car, Art. We see him up there. It's always in the short run. We always see him up there in the front here at Las Vegas.
As we see right there, the 97 putting the bumper to the back of the 22, giving some draft down the front here, as now they're going to try and get around. Both the 97 and the 21 want to get around the 22 here, as we see the 21 has to react there from the 97, get a little sway off of the exit of turn 2 there.
That might be benefit for the VR. They're able to look over that right window and see that little sway coming at him.
That's the beautiful thing about VR. He can see that, even keeping his head straight. He's got so much more, just from talking with him and running that Oculus, you lose the, basically you become nearsighted. You don't get to see good detail on objects far away, but the things that, there's contact between the 97 and the 21, both able to keep their cars in line. That's going to force the 97 up the track though, so.
I know Jason did not mean to do that, but that is textbook using that chrome horn to get somebody out of your way.
Well, Jason's the type of racer that where he races you the way that you race him. And if he's holding you up, or if you're holding him up, he's going to let you know. And that right there was a prime example. He didn't go in there and just like totally flat out dump him. He went in there and gave him a tap like, hey, I'm tired of trying to get by you, so here's your last warning. I want by. As we see, he does have a tad bit of nose damage now to that 21 machine, but it's not going to affect anything here at Vegas.
I don't think he expected him to check up as bad as he did, because he locked that left front up right before the contact was made.
Yeah, Jason is one of the cleanest racers, if not, aside from the 75 of Robert Barris. That right there was just a racing incident, and honestly, as we see now, he's going to make his run here to the inside of the 22 of Joshua Stewart. He's going to try Actually,
And
no, he's cleared that. Look at that. Now he's going to go after the 75 of Robert Barris here. Jason is just absolutely on a tear here tonight.
And the 99 machine of Mickey is checking out.
Almost a full second gap, hovering right now at 9/10 of a second between him and the 75 as they come to complete lap 71 here.
And Robert's not worried about it. I know he's in conserve mode right now. He is taking it nice and easy. He's out for a Sunday drive right now.
No, we are past the halfway point in the race here, and provided we stay green flag the rest of the way, you are going to have to make possibly one more stop for tires. But it's going to be interesting to see, as long as the caution flag does not come out, how these guys are going to run these cars and what strategy we're going to see as we go into the end game mode here, as we're 73 laps into a 133 lap event.
All right, I'm kind of scared for that barrier cam right now. Robert, he gets his run off into the corner. I mean, he puts a sheet of paper between him and that safer barrier as it's coming up on the corner. It is absolutely ridiculous how high he enters that turn.
Well, that right there is years and years and years of practice. Robert, I think, spends more time on these tracks than anybody I know. I mean, every week when we look at the practice lap counter, he's usually right there at the top of the most laps. We know he runs the NISs all the time, so he's got tons of seat time at every track we go to. So that right there, I'm going to chalk it up to experience right there. He can flirt right on the knife edge of either putting the car, stuffing it in the wall, or keeping it on track with a fast lap. So no surprise right there. Right now we see he is under fire there by the 21.
And the 22 is coming up for the 21.
Wow, we've got a very good battle going on here for second, third, and fourth. As now here's the 22. Might have lost his head of steam there momentarily as we see the 21 now. He's going to dive it into 3 and 4s. He's going to try it to the inside of Barris. Not able to do it.
It's got the run off the arc there.
Well, it's got the run on pretty much every aspect, as now we see everybody's going to kind of flatline out. They're going to have to gather it back up and give it another run.
I'm telling you, it's just amazing. I can watch this all race long. If he had a sticker that was sticking out just a little too far, he would have done taking it off. He's so close to that wall.
This right here now is more of what we're used to seeing with Diehard. We got a lot. I think what we have to chalk it up to is a lot of variables. We have to chalk it up to the track, the way that the tire build, the way these cars handle around it. All the new drivers we have this season, they don't really have a lot of time with our veteran drivers here that they pretty much know how to race around each other. It's a steep learning curve that the new guys have to learn and to remember, okay, we're at Vegas, so this guy's going to run this line, so I know that I need to either be here or there to get around it. So I think we're just seeing a lot of learning issues, as we saw with the early on cautions that we had and the cars off a turn 2. And as we've seen everybody just calm down, the race, we're still turning 30-second laps, which is only 2 seconds off of their fast laps. So we've seen they're still pushing it a little bit, but they're not pushing as hard. I think what they're doing right now is perfect. They've slowed it down to a comfortable pace, and they're still, as we see right now, the gap between first and second has actually shrunk by 2/10 here. So the 21 and the 75 are gaining ground on the 99, but we do see that things are starting to kind of mellow out here. We're going to go back here. See the 97 looks like he got a little loose in the tri-oval, but we got a battle going on right now between the 28 of Adam Nowinski and the 16 of Elliott Butler. As Adam, we're going to see the crossover here on the backstretch. Butler trying to battle back. Adam was able to take it on the backstretch. Now Butler slides up in front. Adam's going to try the crossover back out of 4 through the tri-oval. this right here is some great.
Caution's out, caution's out.
We got another
Yellow
caution
flag is
track. We
waving
can
here.
see the smoke. Looks like the 9. We have the 71 of John Brill down there. It might be a self-spin, but we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what brought that caution out. As we go on board with the 71, we're going to see what exactly transpired here. See, he's down below the apron, and oh, car just gets loose. We've known that's a loose spot on the track. He brings it up in front of the field. Good job to locking down the brake there. Well, he rolls it back down the track. That almost could have been disastrous there. Appeared that after making the contact, I know a lot of these drivers use F3 a lot, which is our relative to tell you how far the car is behind you. I think what we saw there with the 71, he was trying to get off the track before the lead cars came around, and he was able to do it just in time.
Before that caution flew, Art, Jason DeVries did get around 75. Robert Barris put him in second. We got Eric Mickey in first, Jason in second, Robert in third, and I'm gonna watch their pit stops real quick.
As we see them in their respective boxes right now, right sides are up on the 97, the 99, the 21. So this will undoubtedly be 4 tires and fuel as we see other drivers making their way down to the 75 of Robert Barris. The 99 is going to win the race off of pit road. 75 Robert Barris. Eric able to hold on to that lead off pit road, and I think the only position that we're going to see change is between the 75 and the 21. So we see a ton of cars that are either going to come down for their scheduled lap pit stop or stay out for the free pass.
Art, normally that first pit stall is great for getting on and off pit road, but Jason there, he just could not get any power to the asphalt.
And sadly, Vegas along with Atlanta, a lot of these tracks where you've got the cars geared a lot higher up like that, when you put it in first gear and you drop that jack drops and you punch the loud pedal, it's really going to spin those tires. And we saw it with Cyber last night during the duels, during the second duel. A lot of the drivers gunning it as soon as the jack dropped. We saw them fishtailing. We saw a couple of them almost go around on pit road as they were exiting their pit boxes. And that's at a plate track where the gearing is relatively low. These guys are running a much shorter gear versus the tall gearing on a plate. So it's only natural tendency to see some wheel spin, but it did hurt the 21 there but he did minimize it as he only did lose the one spot that he gained on track, which that's just going to shape up for an epic battle as we are now 50 laps to go here. We'll restart with less than that. So we ride along on board with your race leader.
You'll see him looking at a few cars here trying to get their lap back. We got Josue Tellez. He's been around for a while, you know, rocking that Gordon paint scheme. And
it's great to see him back too. He was gone for a while. I know he had life takes precedence, but great to see him back. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it ain't no problem. And you got 11 of Jeremy Evans. He's 1 lap down, and he's gonna be trying to get his lap back. Hopefully, if Josue gets 1 lap back, he can be the lucky dog next round. He has to beat Paul Williams. That is a lap down.
Well, hopefully we don't have to see somebody get a lucky dog. Hopefully this one gets finished out under the green flag conditions as the lights on the pace car are out. It means we are 1 to green. We'll restart with 48 laps remaining. Once again, Eric Mickey in the 99, your race leader. Robert Barris second, Jason DeVries 3rd, Joshua Stewart 4th, Adam Nowinski 5th, Joshua Jones 6th, Elliot Butler 7th, Brian Den 8th, Ryan Nolan 9th, and the 1 of Kevin Burris is going to round up the top 10. Cody, do we dare go to a crank it up restart here?
I wouldn't chance it, Art. We've had a couple good restarts, and I don't want to jinx it, to be honest with you. I do want to say I am liking that Tide machine of Adam Nowinski up there in 5th, and the 76 with JMR Outdoor American Hero Hunt machine up there in 6th. These guys have been around the front all day. They've got tough cars, and they're keeping their equipment nice and clean. Hopefully they can make a run if we get a long green here starting out here.
Well, we're going to find out as the pace car is getting ready to drop down. As it does, 99 of Eric Mickey's going to lead us in. We see the jump there. Green flag is out. 48 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Diehard Racing League's American Hero Hunt Cup Series, brought to you by JMR Outdoors.
The 76 from Joshua Jones did not get the restart he wanted. He fell back a little bit and checked that outside lineup just a little, letting Elliot Butler in the 16 machine get a run on him and take the spot.
But we did see up front, the 99 did exactly what he wanted to do. Got the good little jump there on the restart. And we see that Jason DeVries has wasted no time getting around the 75 of Robert Barris. He has gone to 2nd, and then, contact there between the 20 and the 97. As we see a 4/10 second gap between 1st and 2nd, but right now, the focus, I think, is going to be right there between the 97 and the 1.
And Ryan Nolan is trying to battle back. He's got a fast machine, and he is in a hurry to get there.
I think a lot of these drivers, we're going to see the mindset kind of change here, and hopefully that doesn't dictate more cautions breed cautions here towards the end of the race. I really want to see these guys run this thing out green flag, but I think now with 45 laps to go here, we're going to see a lot of drivers start to get a little bit more aggressive and gain that ground. If we do stay green, position is going to be key here, and obviously managing those tires.
Yeah, you don't make those Goodyear Eagles mad at you. If you do, it's never.
Caution's out, caution's out, caution's out, save fuel.
Right there, that's what I probably jinxed. We're back under caution here again. We're going to have to see what brought that one out.
It's like the 50's down on the apron, and the 7, I'm trying to figure it out up too, Art.
That was between the 62 of Joe Phillips. I'm going to go ahead and see what happened.
All right, it looks like the 62 Joe Phillips. He was coming up on the 50, but from my point of view, it looked like there was a little net code there before he got to him.
Here we see the 50 on the outside. We see the 62 come up and in. A little contact there. No, actually, no, I think that might have been a little bit of, hey, I'm going to rub your door, and then the other guys, I'm going to rub yours a little bit. But unfortunately, that sent the 62 around, because looking at it from that camera angle, you can see the 62 come up into the 50. The 50 did a good job keeping it off the wall, but I think the 50 might have brought the wheel back to the left a little bit, which unfortunately turned the 62 around on the backstretch.
And I'm down here in Robert Barris's pit stall. I'm watching the crew chief here and trying to see what's going on here and see if they're going to play some games.
Oh, you know they're going to play some games.
They are playing some games, Art.
Is it field hockey?
Robert only took right sides.
Well, strategy is going to be key here, and if Robert takes right sides, then I'm going to put my faith in it, because usually Robert knows the right call to do when it comes down to crunch time. As we see, this is actually going to work in favor of the 24 of Josue tells us. He is going to be the lucky dog, I do believe. Meanwhile, good to see the 25 of Rusty Farrell back out on track. He was involved in an incident earlier on. You can see some damage there to that Tony Stewart Mobile One Tracker Boats paint scheme. 26 cars remaining in the field.
On the short end of the stick. And a lot of times it's just by where he's running and you know what's going on around him. He normally ends up in the middle of the pack, but he seems to always have tough luck. I hate it for him.
Well, we started this race with 30 cars. We only have 4 retirees. The 15 of Nolan Neiman, the 87 of Sean Bradley, the 13 of Brad Nussbull, and the 23 of Corey Brown. So we still do have 26 out of the 30 cars still in this race with 42 laps to go. Right now, as we look at the race lead, that belongs to the 75 of Robert Barris, but look at how many cars are in front of him.
Josue Tellez is one of them. He's going to get that lap back. He'll put him on the lead lap. That's good to see. Caleb Thompson getting one of his 5 laps back. And we saw him earlier in a nasty wreck that didn't cause a caution.
As we see the lights are out, wavebys have been given. Robert Barris in the 75 is going to lead us to the green here with 40 to go. He's got the 16 of Elliott Butler to his outside, the 97 of Ryan Nolan in 3rd, Jason DeVries 4th, Joshua Stewart 5th, Eric Mickey 6th, Kevin Burris 7th, Adam Lewinsky 8th, James Brown 9th, and running at the top 10 will be the 20 of Brian Dent. As pace cars off, 75 is going to lead us in.
Come on now.
Is out. Robert gets a great jump there on the restart, so he's not going to have any competition going into turn 1 there. You see the 62 of Joe Phillips, who's involved in that last caution, making his way back out on track. Meanwhile, right
now, Jason DeVries challenges 16 of Elliott Butler.
Jason's going to waste no time, and now he's going to try and put the brass to the 97 of Ryan Nolan. We see the 99 of Eric Mickey glued to the back bumper of that 21 machine. 2 very fast cars. We know Mickey is very quick on the short run, as we see a little shove right there in the corner. So right now he is door to door with the 16.
Got the 28 of Adam Nowinski. He's coming up in a hurry.
These guys continue to battle it out 2x2 here. Adam's going to get up there, but unfortunately with these guys 2x2 right now, it's going to stall out the racing here, seeing how we know the upper groove, the middle to upper groove is going to have to run off, but you can see how Jason in the 21 and Eric in the 99, by drafting the way they are down the backstretch, they're able to get a run, but this time around, it appears that the 16 of Elliott Butler is able to drop down to that lower groove and kind of show like, hey, you need to be back up here because you're going to start losing. As we see now, the 22 of Joshua Stewart is going to make it around the 21. Oh, contact between the 21. Jason getting a little bit of contact, and he's still trying to save that 22 machine. Contact with the 1. 22 still going around, collects the 20 of Brian Dan. all below the racing surface. The caution will not come out for that one, so we will stay green, but a little love tap there by the 21. The 22 did a great job trying to save it, just could not get all 4 tires of that 22 machine to stick to the track. Unfortunately, the 20 of Brian Den was in the wrong place at the right time and got collected in that one, but we will stay green flag, as that will put Jason in 5th position, as right now we have the 97 of Ryan Nolan. It looks like he's trying to make a battle here for the lead with the 75 of Robert Barris. And he is. He's on the inside of the 75, and behind him the 16 of Elliott Butler. See if Ryan can have anything here for Robert.
Art, it looks like we got a message from our sponsor tonight in live chat. It says JMR Outdoor went live tonight for 2018 American Hero Hunt. Check it out, American Hero Hunt at Facebook.
Awesome. Always great to see our series sponsor in live chat, so everybody go make sure you check out their Facebook page. I know I've been looking at it, but now that they're live with it now, I'll definitely be taking a look after the race here tonight. It's awesome to see them come on board. We're glad to have them here. Unfortunately, as we see, looks like the 21 there
21
blinked out.
Jason. Yeah, that was scary. He was making a pass on Adam, and he just disappeared. And you know when he disappears, the spotter says clear.
Oh, yeah. But back to what I said, it's always great to have a sponsor come on board, and there's nothing better than having a sponsor like JMR Outdoors with their American Hero Hunt. What they do, they take U.S. veterans out, and they organize hunting trips, which right there, that's just a class act thing to do right there. I mean, the way that you see the U.S. military veterans, the way that the benefits are, the country is screwing them. It's sad to see that people that put their lives on the line, so people like us can sit here and race around a virtual racetrack and put on races like this, broadcast them. There's people that die on a daily basis, and people that willingly go out there to do this. So to have organizations out there like JMR Outdoors, I mean, it's just a godsend for all the military families and the troops that come back, because they do not get the respect that they deserve.
Artists, we got 30 laps left. We have a gaggle of cars behind Robert Barris that are just switching it up, flopping it around. And Jason DeVries is actually challenging Elliott Butler as we speak for second.
Well, it's stayed focused on this group of cars, and I guess there's a good reason why. Is right now we see the 21 of Jason DeVries. He's still on the inside of the 16. He's got the 97 behind him. Meanwhile, the 99 of Eric Mickey looks like he's slipping back a little bit. So you see the 28 there.
Looks like we do have, we're going to have another retiree, the 71.
Ooh.
Real.
Mickey gets a little piece of the wall there out of turn 2. Nothing major, but it's enough to slow him down and allow the 28 of Adam Nowinski in front of him.
I haven't mentioned this car all night. James Brown up there in 7th place. You know, he's got the hammer down right now, and he's looking to try to close the gap.
I'm thinking he might have popped the top on a few Red Bulls there. We haven't seen James anywhere inside the top 10 other than staying out under caution to lead a lap. But good to see him up in the top 10.
I don't see wings on that machine yet, Art.
Hopefully you don't, because if there's wings on James's car, that's usually a really, really bad thing.
Well, not for us, but people on track, yes.
You can't rule that out. You see right there from that camera view, we're up in that building right there. If anybody can do it, James is going to be the one that's going to be able to launch a car up there. As the list of retirees continues to grow, the one of Kevin Burris, who is running in 21st position, brought that machine behind the wall. So we are down to 25 cars remaining in the field, as we have almost as many cars and laps left. It's starting to equal out here.
And Robert Barris is checking out. A 10th a lap he's gaining on 2nd place with Elliott Butler. Well, Elliott Butler and Jason as they continually battle.
Oh, this is exactly what you're going to see is you've got guys fighting for position here. Robert right now is sitting looking pretty right now. He's got nothing but clean air, no lap traffic in front of him, and the best thing he can do is look in his rearview mirror and smile, seeing that the rest of the field behind him is dicing it up like this, because that's just allowing him to drive and set sail. But I still think that we are not done with the 21 as we see him get one crazy power move there out of turn 2. He is able to clear it, so he is up to the second spot. As now the 97 of Ryan is going to try and make it around the 16 of Elliott here.
How much did Jason use those tires up there, though? And you know Robert was not pushing it. And you said he was smiling. Does Robert smile?
I don't know, but I imagine he has to. And you got. I smile when I see people battling out if I'm leading a race.
I don't think Robert smiles until that checker's waving and he's got that trophy in hand.
I don't know, but if you're looking at the relative, look at that. The gap is starting to come down, and it's coming down. It goes up, fluctuates, but it's staying pretty consistent. We're starting to see time getting shaved away as we see the 4 of Caleb Thompson down on pit road. That motor is expired in that machine.
Yeah, Jason gained 2/10 on him that lap, Art.
And with 24 laps to go, right now, I think the car to watch is that 21 Havoline Fusion, as he is going to continue to set his sights on the back bumper of that 75. Question is when he gets up to that machine, is he going to have enough race car left to get around him?
Art, there is wings out of the 68 machine as he has caught that pack and coming in a hurry, trying to catch Mickey here.
Well, Mickey did make a little bit of contact there with the wall, but I don't think it was anything detrimental. So James is going to have to do it the old school way. He's going to have to race him for that spot. Oh, we see a side slide there out of the 97. Great job. We see the cars are definitely reacting to the way the drivers are running them. So all that battling that went on, we're definitely going to start seeing it there, as we saw a little bit of side slide from the 97 of Ryan Nolan there as he came off of turn 4 through the tri-oval. As meanwhile, the gap is still straight. As we see there, once again, he's still loose, but he gathers it up. Did he get a piece of the wall with that one? It looked like he might have just got loose.
He almost
yep. He pancaked the right rear of that 97 machine, which allows the 28 of Adam Nowinski to sneak his way into the 4th spot. Now the 97 is going to come under fire by the 99.
Adam looking underneath Elliott Butler right now for 3rd.
Look at the gap now on the relative between 1st and 2nd. It's down to 3/10 and shrinking now. That 21 machine is definitely coming in a hurry.
Art, yeah, he's moving, but he is using everything out. He's squeezing the life out of those Goodyear Eagles, and I have to believe that Robert is still saving.
And I think the same is said for the 97, as we see once again a little bit floaty there through the beginning of the tri-oval there. So now we see the 68 of James Brunt.
Caution's out, caution's out, caution is out.
That looks like the 33 in the wall there, so we're going to take a look. This is definitely going to change everything up now, because everybody's got the chance to come down pit road, get 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles, or possibly just 2. And this is definitely going to alter the strategy, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 33 of Robert Jones and see what exactly happened there. All right, here we see him coming around. You can see the 33 missing both his nose clip and rear TV panel. He gets a chunk of the wall there. Good job by the 22 as he gets loose again, tags the wall. He's still spinning around a little bit. And whoa, hard slice there by the 21. Now, I would have locked the brakes up a little bit there if I was the 33 in that instance, but you gotta wonder, and I want to see now, we're gonna go up to the 21 of Jason DeVries and see if there's any damage on that machine on the right side. we can see there is some now. He does have right front damage. Right rear looks nice and clean, but he did sustain a little bit of damage there, making contact with the 33. See if any of that gets corrected. You can see the top of that Goodyear Eagle sticking out above the fender. Do you see the 99 sliding through the box there? As we look at this ever-growing torn-up field of race cars here, with 18 laps to go here, under caution, you gotta wonder what the strategy is. We know we saw Jason with an extended stay on pit road. Right now, he is being scored in the 16th position, as he is still in the pits getting damage fixed on that 21 machine. So we got a new face up in second place here. It's going to be 28 of Adam Nowinski. You see the 6 there, Rodney Kramer. He's going to stay out to get a lap back, as well as the 11 of Jeremy Elliott.
All right, that's unfortunate for Jason there. I went back and reviewed the 33 machine, and he never locked it down. He was spinning like a top and playing with the throttle. It sounded from the end cab, but I was watching the tires, and no tire ever locked up on it, and unfortunately it kept him in the racetrack there, and Jason had nowhere to go. He clipped him.
Well, that's right, just flat out a rookie move right there. If you spin a car, your first instinct should be to slam on the brakes and try to correct the car. He might have got a little dyslexic there and hit the gas thinking it was the brake, but I think after I hit it once and the car continued to spin, I realized that I missed the middle pedal, and I would have hit the brake the second time around. But yeah, I didn't see any indication of any wheel being locked up at all, and if he was playing with the gas right there, I wouldn't be surprised if race control ordered him to park that car or put it on the hauler and take it back to home base.
Yeah, Art, I can understand you lose it there, and you try to save it once, maybe twice if nobody's around you and your relative, but once you see cars getting in that relative, you're holding the brakes, trying to let them know where you're going to be so you're not moving, so they can make evasive actions to try to get around you.
And I just want to go on record here, and I want to apologize to everybody watching tonight. This is definitely not what we traditionally see here at Diehard. I don't know if there's like a weird, some kind of lunar eclipse or a solar something going on that's just making everybody crazy today at Vegas, but this is not the style of racing we see here, and unfortunately it's taken a lot of good cars out, and hopefully this is going to bring a little bit of a change, as we might see some faces disappear after this race, as we're about a half a lap from restarting the race here. Cody, go ahead and give us the top 10.
Art, we've got Robert Burris starting off first, and Adam Nowinski in that Tide machine up to second. We got Eric Mickey in third, and downtown James Brown with those wings out on that Red Bull machine. He's going to come off fourth. We got Ryan Nolan fifth, Elliott Butler sixth, Josh Jones in the 76 JMR Outdoor. He is coming out, I believe, seventh. You know my math. And Josh Gallagher 8th, Paul Williams 9th, Rusty Farrell.
Green, come on.
And we're green.
Robert once again with a good jump there. 16 laps to go. See, we know Eric Mickey's got the short run speed here, and 15 laps is right about where we see him at his peak. So right now he's on the inside of the 28 of Adam Nowinski. I think we're going to see a lot of these drivers here going for broke.
Watch the 68 machine. Oh, he gets in the back of Adam.
Oh, good job by the 28. Oh, as he comes. Oh, that was almost poetic. We saw both of them saved the cars, though. That's the amazing part of it, is we're gonna stay green here.
That right there is a going back and look at it, James did close fast, but he actually never got to the bumper. It was net code. You know, that's unfortunate for both drivers. I don't think he was expecting to check up. They hadn't run around each other a lot, but we know both of them to be very clean drivers.
Oh yeah. That definitely was a, I've got to say, we've got something definitely weird in the water here in Vegas, or maybe it's smuggled Mexican tap water, because this is something I've never seen before. Actually, it's been a long time since I've seen racing like this, and these drivers know better.
Guess who's in 10th?
Well, look at that.
Has come back from 2 laps down to 10th. Our resident Jeff Gordon making his way up to 10th spot. Congratulations to Josue. If that's where he even finishes out, I'd be proud of that.
Well, he definitely is going to earn the Hard Charger Award from that. That's a great rally back from being 2 laps down to being in the top 10 on the lead lap with 12 laps to go here. Meanwhile, we're still looking at 4th place. Now we're looking from 3rd back. That's the 97 of Ryan Nolan. Josh Jones in our series sponsor, JMR Outdoors Chevy, in 4th. Behind him, the 16 of Elliott Butler. In front, in 2nd, the 99 of Eric Mickey, as he continues to try and press Robert, but right now we see Robert still gaining time on him. Looking further back in the field, the 21 of Jason DeVries has only managed to come up a couple positions after that extended stay on pit road, getting damage repaired from the contact with the 33 machine, which brought out that last caution. Now we are 10 laps to go. Hopefully these guys are going to give us a show, and not necessarily the kind that ends with the pace car bringing out the checkered flags. We see a little bit of bobble there out of the 97 coming off of turn 2. That should allow the door to be open for the 76 of Josh Jones. He's going to look to the inside here to 3 and 4. Not quite able to do it yet, but he's not going to give up. So we see the 76 still trying to put pressure to the back bumper of that 97. We're down to single-digit laps here, and Robert with a 7/10-second lead over the 99 machine here. I'm actually curious, now we're seeing the 97 and the 76 are actually catching the 99, so I'm wondering if the 99 just absolutely drove the living daylights off of those tires. As we see the 76 to the inside. Now this right here could be a smart move depending on what the 99 does, because the 76 can use the 99 as a pick, as right now he is able to clear 97, and now he's going to try and make it a twofer and go after the 99. He wants that 2nd spot, as right now he's going to be scored in the 3rd position. As now we see the 97, he was going to fan out to try and make it 3 wide down the backstretch. Almost made that rear end step out, but now we're going to see, it looks like the 99 is, ooh, a little piece of the wall there from the 97. You see that's going to definitely slow him down. Now he's going to come under fire by the 16 of Elliott Butler, which that's going to leave smooth sailing for the 76 Josh Jones to try and get to the back bumper of the 99. As we are now down to 6 laps to go, as Robert Barris is still out front with just over a 1-second lead. 5 laps to go. Next time by is now we've got the 76 to the inside of the 99 in 3 and 4. As we see a little bit, that looked like possibly a little bit of contact. We saw a little bit of side slide by the 76, but no harm, no foul. They both keep it clean. And Josh is going to continue to stay on the back bumper of that 99.
That was just dirty air, Art. They were so close together. It just started bringing that rear end of the 76 machine around as he's diving back down. Now that was a little contact. That was a little bit of door-to-door.
Now this is what I like seeing. We've got this going on for 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th. We've got the battle between the 99 and the 76, the 16 and the 97. Now, right now, Robert has now extended his lead out to 1.3 seconds.
Now I can say he's probably smiling.
Yeah, he's definitely smiling. I think the biggest question is who is going to be driving on rims by the time this thing is over out of these 4 cars here? The 99, the 76, the 16, or the 97? And I will take yes as an answer.
Yes.
I knew that was coming.
You know me too well. You know me too well, because that was exactly my answer before you ever said anything.
That's why I said it. So right now we see both the 99, the 76, and now also the 16. They're going to start using the upper groove here, as it appears that they may have made their tires a little bit more angry than they wanted to, as it'll be 2 laps to go here at the line. We see the 16 diving down to the apron, and the 76 to the inside. It's scary enough to do it driving a car just in an open practice. Look at this. The 76 is Josh Jones, almost clear the 99. He should be able to do it if he can maintain that.
Oh.
Oh, you caught me holding my breath that time. Literally, as we come to take the white flag here, Josh with the advantage. Can he get past us? Right now he has cleared the 99, so that will move him in the second spot. Let's see what the 99 does here. Is he going to try the crossover on the backstretch here on the last lap, or is he going to wait till out of 4s? Josh is doing a great job keeping him at bay so far. And as they come out of turn 4, Robert Barris is going to be your race winner. Joshua Jones is going to bring it home second, and the 99 of Eric Mickey will bring it home in third. Great move there by the 76 in the closing laps to bring it home second. So we saw this race get off to a really, really rocky start, but ended up seeing one heck of a finish here. We're going to give the drivers a little bit here to calm down, as I'm going to go and focus over here to the race winner here. As we're going to undoubtedly see the race festivities underway here. As Robert starts to burn them down, we've got our top 3 making their way into the interview room here. We're going to go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher, Cody. Bring in Eric Mickey.
We've got the 99 machine up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that race. And well, before that, last week, did you not tell us that you didn't like this track?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm actually not a huge fan of 1.5 mile ovals to begin with, but sometime last year, for whatever reason, that seems to be where I run best, and I kind of struggle on the smaller, flatter tracks, which used to be my bread and butter, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, a lot of cautions tonight, a lot of event changes. How did you manage to keep that machine clean and up there?
It was tough. I mean, these guys, everybody races for every position, every lap, and it's real tough. I feel like I would have been better if we were running slower lap times. There was a bit too much grip. I think I do better when there's less grip. Yeah, I mean, trying to figure out how to utilize 2 tires and pit strategy to keep yourself up front. If you could be in the lead and kind of control the race, that's the best spot for you, and I was doing what I could to try to get that position.
It looked like you may have made your tires a little angry at you. Was you running on rims there at the end? You put up a heck of a battle.
No, I don't think that was the problem. I got into the wall a couple times, and I had about 20 seconds of damage, and then added to that afterwards, getting in the wall again. So I was actually surprised to hang on to a top 5 because as soon as we got to the center of the corner and accelerating off, the car just died. It didn't have the acceleration that the other cars around me had. So I was happy just to hang on to top 3 there, because that damage really kind of screwed any chance I had at going up there for the win.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish of this JMR Outdoor American Hero Hunt race. Is there anybody you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank American Hero Hunt, sponsoring this series, Seth and all the admins for putting together Diehard Racing League and getting these races on, you guys for broadcasting, and Silver Fox Designs. That's my brother's thing, and he's paints a bunch of cars. So if you need cars painted for a lot of series, I don't know if he does all of them, but he does a bunch. Look up Andrew S. Mickey, and he can get some done for you.
Well, we appreciate it, and good luck next week.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, Josh, you brought it home second. We got you there. See, you parked it in style in your pit box. That was one heck of a move there at the end of the race. How mad were those tires at you?
Not too bad. All the previous runs, I've been playing with it, taking my time, and seeing what I could do or could not do with how much time was left or how many laps I could run. So I kind of knew what I had to do there to get up there that last run.
Well, one thing's for certain, we definitely got off to a rocky start, but that JMR Outdoors 76 machine got a lot of TV time tonight as we watched you work your way up through the field. You're constantly up there charging around, and more importantly, at the end, you made that critical move around the 99 and locked down the second spot. We had 2 battles going on between you and the 99, and then the 16 and the 97. We saw the 97 bobbling a little bit, so we knew the tires were starting to play a factor. That late race caution that we had kind of leveled the playing field out, but we did see a lot of things that were uncharacteristic to this series. I know you're a veteran to this league as well as many of the other drivers, and this is definitely not the typical show that we put on, but I don't see a single scratched panel on that car, so I'm glad that I don't have to do any sheet metal work to it tomorrow at the shop.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I had some luck and avoided a few wrecks, but it happens time to time. It's what we're all trying to do, is go fast, get up front.
And next week, as we continue the West Coast swing, what are you thinking about Phoenix?
Well, I have to get some more practice in. I haven't spent too much time there in the A-Cup car, so we'll see how it goes this week during practice.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. Who would you like to thank?
American Hero Hunt. Check out their Facebook page, see what they're all about. Pretty cool group of people there at JMR Outdoors. You guys in the booth, of course, Seth and all the admins for putting it on. And see you all next week.
Once again, congratulations on that 2nd place, and hopefully we get to interview you again next time in Victory Lane.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that was our 2nd place finisher, the 76 Josh Jones. Now we're going to bring in our race winner, 75 Robert Barris. You finally did it. You broke the curse. How's it feel, Robert?
Man, I am tuckered out. That is hard work. Bringing this A car in here has really brought in, caused everybody to really step up their game, and we've had some new drivers come in that definitely got some talent and speed, and so we finally was able to get it all put together and get it home in Victory Lane. So that's awesome.
All right, now you being the master strategist that you are, how bad were the tires tonight?
They weren't too bad. They would go through a cycle in the middle of a run where they'd get tight, especially on exit. If you were patient, you could kind of work through it, and then it would loosen up. I was a little surprised. Um, 2 tires I did twice. The first time to get some track position, and the second time hoping I could get control of the restart and get clean air. Really loosened the car up uh, a nice amount. Um, so that was kind of a pleasant surprise on that gamble that I took just to get out there. We gotta do something with this qualifying. Um, Starting mid packs making it a lot harder than it needs to be to get up front. But we'll keep working on that as we get some more laps in this A car, and hopefully that'll come along.
Well, I think Cody had pointed out one of the key things. We noticed that there's only, I think, 2 cars, and you were one of them doing it. You were able, I think maybe not even a sheet of paper between the right rear of your car and the wall off a corner exit, but you were able to execute it time after time after time after time. As we saw that the low groove was good for maybe 5 to 10 laps, but after that, you heated the right sides up too much. So we saw the race trend out to the middle to the higher groove as the race progressed on, and we could see that on the restarts you got, I think it was 2 or 3 very, very good jumps there on the restart. We were able to spread the field out, and me and Cody had the side bet going. Were you smiling in your mirror when you saw Jason and all them battling it out for second on back?
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely what I needed to have happen. Those guys keep battling to get against each other, and some of the attrition that just happened. Like for example, the contact that Jason had with that car in the backstretch was unfortunate for him, and that ruined the kind of the flow of the race. But that's what I needed um, to maintain that clean air. I don't. We were all pretty even once you got how 10 laps in. It was really hard to pass because you could just if you really could get that outside lane to work, the bottom lane was just too tight. And then we never really had a run long enough to see if that bottom lane would kind of loosen up and come back in. Um, so yeah,
Oh, with this win in the bag, and we still have 2 more races left in the West Coast swing, how are you feeling about Phoenix?
I don't know. It's a flat track, fast. Um, I still gotta work on my tendency to kind of overdrive the entries, and it's kind of surprising maybe for me to say this. You guys know, and the pedals that I have, but um, I kind of lately have not been using them as well as I should be. Just making some ergonomic changes here to the rig. I'm still getting used to it. Um, Today was good progress for that. So we'll see. We got this week 13 build coming up. We got some new functionality, and we'll see how that plays out. I know you guys are looking forward to that for the broadcast. There's some neat stuff in there for you guys to help put on a better show. Little details like that. So we'll just have to see how the build goes and what we can do to get some laps and just continue to work on getting some speed.
Oh, you bring it home first. That's a great way after we saw the first couple races go. Wasn't exactly strong in qualifying and a little bit of bad luck in the races. You finally bring it home in victory lane for the first time, and I know we still have plenty of season left as this is only the 3rd race of a 34-week season. Hopefully we'll see you multiple more times in victory lane. Is there anybody out there that you would like to thank?
First and foremost, we got to thank iRacing for providing this platform. This really is an amazing platform technology that they've built that allows us to do this and emulate kind of what you see on the guys doing on TV. You guys for broadcasting this and putting this out for people to watch, and hopefully if they're interested they'll tune back in next week for Phoenix, or even if they're iRacing members, or even if they're not, maybe join up and come try out to run with us. Also, I got to give a shout out to American Hero Hunt for making sure we help pay the bills to make sure all that can happen because it's not free. It takes a little bit of money. It's not a lot, but it takes a little bit, and every little bit helps. So again, shout out to American Hero Hunt for all that they do for us.
Once again, congratulations on your win tonight, and hopefully we interview you again in victory lane next week.
I hope so.
tonight's results, obviously, with the win, the 75 of Robert Barris. Joshua Jones in the 76 JMR Outdoors, also our series sponsor here. The American Hero Hunt Cup car, he brings it home second. The 99 of Eric Mickey will bring it home third. Elliott Butler in the 16 will bring in the fourth spot. Ryan Nolan in the 97 fifth. The 20 of Brian Den, after up and down night, still going to bring home and salvage a sixth place finish. And I think here's the thing we got to do. The hard charger definitely is going to go to the 24 of Josue Telles, as look at that scoring position. He finished P7. Then following that, in 8th place, the 68 of James Brown. Rusty Farrell, nice rebound there with a 9th spot finish. Rounding out the top 10 after seeing the dominance, having to have a lengthy stop there on pit road. The 21 of Jason DeVries is going to round out the top 10. The 50 of Jeffrey Meyer will be our 11th place finisher. Christian DeBoer in the 56 12th. The 22 of Joshua Stewart 13th. The 7 of Paul Williams will come home 14th. Caleb Finn in the 95 will bring in the 15th spot. 16th goes to the 62 of Joe Phillips. The 11 of Jeremy Evans will bring it home 17th. Adam Nowinski 18th. The 96 of Josh Gallagher will be your 19th place finisher. Rodney Kramer in the 6 rounds out the top 20. The 71 of Seth Schultz will bring it home 21st. Robert Jones in the 33, 22nd. Christopher Gaither in the 92, 23rd. The 1 of Kevin Burris brings it home 24th. 4 of Caleb Thompson, 25th. John Brill in the 71, 26th. Noel Neiman in the 15, 27th. Sean Bradley in the 87 brings it home 28th. Brad Nussbull in the 13, 29th. And rounding out the field will be the 23, of Corey Brown. So we saw the race, a totally chaotic start to it, and definitely not what we're used to seeing here with Diehard, but we did end up seeing an amazing finish. Cody, any final words before we put this one in the books?
Art, not a traditional Diehard Racing League race, but all in all, put on a great show. Robert Barris coming first. Looking forward to next week. I think there's some changes coming for the league. I think there's going to be some harsher penalties and stuff like that for causing cautions and whatnot. Hopefully we get these drivers settled down and we'll see some aggression come out. And I say that lightly. What I mean by aggression come out, unnecessary aggression to come out. These guys, we still race aggressively but cleanly. Hopefully next week's a great race.
I couldn't have said it any better myself, as we had to deal with a little bit of nuisance in live chat there. I don't tolerate any of that crap in my chat. If you want to bring it in here, you're going to get a size 13 in the butt, so do not come in here expecting to troll things. But once again, great finish tonight, and with this being the third race of the season in the books, we can finally pack our bags, even though we don't have to go that far. We're only going over to Arizona, as next week we will be live here at Phoenix International Speedway for race 4 of 34 with the Diehard Racing League, and this coming Saturday we will be live with the Cyber Racing Association's Homes Now Not Later Super Speedway Series, as they start their season off last night. We covered the duels last night. Justin Levine bringing home the win in the first one, and Artie Peterson Jr. securing the win in the second one, but that is only to determine the starting positions for that field. But once again, I feel that I do need to apologize for the way that the racing went tonight. I think there's a lot of miscommunication between drivers and just not really getting a handle of the track, and maybe some cars that should have gone down pit road. But hopefully when we arrive at Phoenix next week and all the cars come off the haulers, everybody's cleared their heads and everybody's back to normal, and we could put on an amazing show there. But we did get to see a great finish here tonight. It was great to see Robert get a win, see Josh up in second, and one of the newer drivers, Eric Mickey, bring it home third. So for everybody here at Diehard Racing League, JMR Outdoors, Diehard Live TV, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.